Hi, welcome to week 7 of ELA. I'm going to explain to you your 2 lessons and the things that you have to do for me today or this week. And so let me go ahead and split my screen so that you can go ahead and see the things that I want to explain out for you for this week. All right, so I'm going to minimize myself. So you have lesson 12.01. And I would like to go ahead and click on my progress and tell you what is due at the end of this lesson. All righty. So on page 13 for this lesson, 12.01, you have a quiz. And it is a main topic quiz about the drought in the wheat fields. Now, it's very, very important that you read this article carefully because you're going to need it for the lesson 12.02. So make sure that you understand what's going on in this article. Now I'm going to go back to my progress. I want you to start with page 1, and you are going to be talking about a super citizen. You're going to be working through some flashcards. You're going to be learning about the main topic. Now on page 6, this is when you actually see the article about drought in the wheat fields. So they will play it for you, and you have the buttons to go through. You can also print a copy of Drought in the Wheat Fields by clicking a little printer signal right here, and you have Drought in the Wheat Fields. Now, on page 7, you're going to be looking at that, but then I'm going to skip over to page 8, and it talks about an opinion writing piece. And so with the opinion writing piece, you're going to tell what you think about a topic. And so they're going to give you a little article here about TO, and they're going to march you through about how, with an opinion, you must support it with evidence. And you don't just say what you think just because some ideas in your head. You're going to use text evidence from books or websites or articles, experts, and real word examples. And so when we're writing, we use evidence from the articles that we have read. So here is a button that you can play the audio. And then on page 9, is talking about taking notes. Now you want to make sure that you're taking notes about your article, and you're going to be thinking about what are your facts. And so they want you to practice that. And they have an article about wildfires, but they just want you to check your notes about that. Alrighty. And so after page 9, they are going to go to page 10, where you talk about the droughts, and they are going to make sure that you're talking about the key facts and the details for that article. So they just want you to reflect and review about that. And then on page 11, they're going to talk about it, explain your reasoning with your parents or with your brother or sister, and then have a lesson summary about what you learned in this lesson. And then you have your assignment where you're going to have a quiz. And so if you go on to 12.01 and then you have the next section, it actually does the quiz. All right, so that's one piece that you have to do for me. Then on lesson 12.02, all right, with 12.02, now we're talking about oranges. So in 12.01, we were talking about the drought, how it affected the wheat. Remember, we want to really, really understand that. Now we're talking about oranges. So let's look first, though, at what our goal is going to be. So I'm going all the way to number 13 here, page 13. Here is your assignment. Please be careful. This is your assignment. The second piece you're going to turn into me is your opinion writing graphic organizer. So you're not going to have to write a piece for me. No, you just need to print out this graphic organizer, and you are going to write about in your graphic organizer. You're going to say, droughts, natural disasters, and disease affect different types of crops. Which had the worst effect on people? The wheat field drought or the orange harvest crisis? And include examples from the articles, The Orange Harvest Crisis, which is in lesson 12.2, or The Droughts in the Wheat Fields, which is in lesson 12.01. So this is what you're going to be filling out for me and turning in. You're going to tell me what your opinion is. Which one of those do you think was worse? The orange harvest crisis or the drought in the wheat field? Tell me your opinion. Then body paragraph, tell me reason one why you believe that that was worse. Then tell me the support for it. So you've given me a reason why. Now you have to tell me your support for that reason. And then you have to tell me reason number two, why you think it's worse. And then you have to tell me what supports your reason. And then you have a conclusion. This is what is due to me, not the paragraphs, just the graphic organizer, the opinion writing graphic organizer, okay? That's what's due to me. Now, if I go back and we look on page 6, they talk about the outstanding oranges, and so kind of gives you a little background knowledge about oranges. Remember to click on all these buttons here, okay? And it gives you a timeline. So you're going to want to look through this timeline and understand that. Then on page 7, there's your article, The Orange Harvest Crisis. So you want to make sure that you read here, okay? They give it to you in an auditory piece where you can click that. They'll read it to you. Another article or auditory. Click all of these little buttons to get through the article, all righty? Or you can just click this right here and that will give you the text. So I can go click on the orange harvest crisis and it should come up with the article. And I'm looking here and it's very slow, but it's coming. Okay, so you could print this out. If you really want to look at everything, personally, I kind of like seeing things printed out like this. You can see that it's quite a long article and it has the glossary. Alrighty, so that was page 7, and that is your orange harvest crisis. Then I'm going to skip page 8, but I'm going to go right straight over here to page 9. Here they tell you it's time to decide. When you make a decision or about your opinion, you're going to think about what should my opinion be. Then you're going to decide what your opinion is, and you're going to explain why. Okay? So you look back at the notes that you've written. Okay? Read through this. Read through this. And then it goes through again about that writing piece where you have the introduction. Then you have the body paragraphs. Then you have the conclusion. Make sure that you read through those tabs. All righty? And you really want to make sure that you are understanding that writing process again. Then on page 10, it talks about planning your writing piece. And before you start planning, take another look at that prompt. Droughts, natural disasters, and disease affect different types of crops. Which had the worst effect on people? The wheat field drought or the orange harvest crisis? Which one of those affected the people the worst, in your opinion? Alrighty. So it talks about writing the facts, putting boxes around the facts. And then you have your opinion writing graphic organizer. So there it is. On page 10, here's that opinion writing graphic organizer. Once you have it completed, then this is what you are going to upload for me this week. All right, so you have two things. You have the quiz from lesson 12.01, and then you have this graphic organizer from lesson 12.02. I hope that this helps you understand your lesson for this week, and I hope that you have a very, very good time thinking about what things have affected the people the worst, the drought or the orange crisis. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing your graphic organizers and seeing your wonderful grades on your quizzes. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.